An extra 3 guys over there now, so they probably won't be getting as tired in the third period as they were last night. They looked like they were just running out of gas. Clapper from the point after the faceoff win, that was Mines, and another one from the other point, but Gallo, 2 decent looks, send it in, and it's covered up by Bailey, the goalie. 3 Baileys on the ice tonight, 2 for the Vipers, 1 in between the pipes for McCall. Bailey looking healthy in between the pipes tonight after being shook up for, a few minutes last night after a play. Mines controls down in the Viper zone and works it out. He's skating with Pederson. Pederson goes around behind the net. Goes out to the point to Mines, and he looks for a tap pass over across the blue line, and it is not connecting. They have to reset. Mountaineers skated in, drop back pass, and fire it into the corner, hold it at the point, and send it around. Mountaineers playing along the perimeter. Gallo gets it out of the zone. Nobody there to clean it up. Mountaineers re-enter. Backhanded out of the zone, and looks like Monesi's chasing, trying to win a battle in the corner.
And he does. Batenburg with the puck, drops it back to the point. Wrist shot misses wide left. Bailey with the puck, puts in, wide right. That bounces off the wall. Batenburg fighting for it. Clear attempt, bounces past Box, who tried to keep that from crossing the zone, but that is going to go all the way behind the Vipers net and be a icing call, so we will have a face-off coming up from the Mountaineers side.
And that is Cottrell wearing Box's number tonight. Box not in tonight. Cottrell getting the third line spot on the right side. Face-off controlled by the Vipers. Cottrell looking to work it up. Hits Monesi. Monesi flips it across to Batenburg. Batenburg catches it in his hand, drops it, puts one into the belly of Bailey.
And that's what we saw pretty much all day yesterday. Vipers getting chances for shots, but they're not putting them in corners. They're not finding open spaces. We saw so many shots just straight into the stomach of the keeper. Face-off goes to the Mountaineers. Pass up to center ice, picked off by the Vipers. Given right back to the Mountaineers as they chase down to the corner. Vipers end up with possession, but give it right back.
Mountaineers hold the zone and send one into the blender, and it misses wide left. Ivory pokes it out. Mountaineers quickly re-enter. Flip it into the corner, and they'll get a change. Cottrell works it up to Bernstein. Bernstein tries to find a streaking Ivory in neutral ice, and it doesn't hit his stick. That'll be icing on the Vipers. 8.5 minutes left in this first frame. Seemingly an evenly matched contest so far. Both teams getting some opportunities. Both teams getting 2 minutes on the power play, even though it was kind of overlapped by a 4-on-4 for about 56 seconds. And there's one from the point right into Engelbert's chest. Shout out to KSMT, the Mountain. We are here on the Mountain. You can also catch us on YouTube, live stream, Mountaintop Photography as well for all your photography needs in Summit County. Mountaineers control and work it to the point, playing it around the perimeter. Vipers holding down the middle of their defensive zone, and they
Puck
work it out.
comes off a skate and takes a bounce for the Vipers, but that is going to roll out all the way down to the keeper who covers that up. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left here at the Steve in this first period.
Okay. Which one's center? Center. There's center.
Mountaineers win the faceoff. They clear the zone. Skating across center ice. Moving into the Viper zone. Wrist shot, high left, is deflected away by Engelberg. Vipers skate away with it. A high lofted pass trying to hit Elmore in stride there, just misses.
Wilson trying to hold the zone and can't keep it in. They'll have to reset, but he's going to skate the blue line and buy some time and out skate everybody. Sends one into the stands trying to connect on a wide angle shot.
Scoreboard, center, center.
Vipers in an offensive zone face-off taken by Batenburg, top line out there. Batenburg works it back, it gets to the point and held in. Bailey chases to the corner.
Drops it back to the point.
Mines and Bailey play catch. It's dumped down into Monesi and works its way over to Batenburg. McCall taking possession and trying to work it out, but it runs into a teammate's skate. They're still having trouble clearing. Batenburg in this top line on forecheck. Monesi controls. Clapper right into the chest of Bailey.
So good opportunity there, good hustle to cut that pass off. Monesi saw that coming from a mile away, was able to skate to the wall and make sure that pass didn't clear the zone. Got a good chance for a slap shot there, but straight in the center mass of the goalie.
Vipers need to start finding some corners. They're hitting the center mass, and that's a high shoulder or stick to Ivory, and Ivory is down, wincing in pain.
Yeah, he immediately grabbed his face and fell to the ice.
It'll be 2 minutes for high sticking, it looks like. This isn't soccer where they fake it, so the referees bought it, and I think the Mountaineers player skates away and knows he is a little guilty.
The Vipers do bring in a fresh line here.
That'll be Pederson, Elmore, and Bailey, Mitch Bailey. Garrett on the first line for the Vipers and Mitch on that second line. Not to confuse the two of them. It's worked out to the point. Dumped back in by Wilson, and the Mountaineers are going to have an opportunity to clear it, and they're going to send a man forward and clap one from the point.
Engelberg able to knock that away. Vipers with possession coming out from behind their own goal. Errant touch gets turned over, wrist shot knocked away by Engelberg. Great look there for the Mountaineers.
Not a great start to the power play when McCall works his way down there trying to get some offense going. Vipers do skate it back in.
Wrist shot through the legs. Rivaled the keeper there, it looked like. Vipers have their first lead of the weekend.
Yeah, great job getting it in quickly, and the mystery of Bailey between the pipes is solved earlier tonight than it was last night. Vipers not getting any offense going last night until late in the game. They're on the board first, one goose, 6 minutes left in the first period. Top line back out to take the face off after the goal. Dumped in by Batenburg, but McCall controls and works it back to neutral. Batenburg creating a little havoc down there on his own in the corner. Bailey connects and moves it to Monesi. Monesi with a high shot, missing the top post.
Slap shot tries to get deflected. Oh, really good putback opportunity by Bailey, but he misses just wide left.
Monesi throwing another one at the side of the net, and it's held down by Batenburg. Monesi laying a hit in the corner. And they're going to hold the zone. This top line doing work. Bailey controls, gets it to Batenburg. And Batenburg, a point-blank shot, goes in between the legs of Bailey, and it's squeezed in there. Does not find its way through. It's still going to remain 1-0 Vipers. Five minutes left in the frame. Moore, Snyder, and Cruzy work.
Nearly put in on the deflection. We're getting down close to 5 minutes remaining in this first period.
Mountaineers clear the zone and flick it down. Mines chases and works it out of the corner. Mines hustling up, crosses the blue line and tries to send one in, and it's gonna clear the net after a poke check.
Yeah, Mines going coast to coast there. For a big fella, he skates so well.
Viper sending Noble, Bernstein, and Ivory out. Noble taking the face off, wins it back to Bernstein, and it gets to Scanlon. Scanlon clapper off the skate of a Mountaineer. It goes into the corner, and Ivory chases it around. Ivory works it back out to Scanlon at the point. Can't hold. Cottrell chases. Cottrell looking for a way out, finds Scanlon. Scanlon across to Ivory. Ivory trying to work it through neutral ice, and they'll have to backpedal a little bit. Cottrell over to Bernstein, misses, and McCall enters.
So the Vipers get some fresh legs in as they set the offense up behind their own net.
Scanlon off the boards up to Noble. Noble does the same, doesn't enter. Scanlon chasing, takes a hit, gets beat to the puck. A backhand pass nearly finds a Mountaineer in the slot.
Yeah, good job there by the defense denying that entry pass.
Pederson on the run, takes a backhand look.
Misses high left on the near post side.
Bailey's
showing off some impressive skating. Just throws it into the blender. Didn't quite see what happened. It got deflected off of somebody or something. It ends up in the back of the net, and just like that, the Vipers are up 2-0. So, after scoring 2 goals all night last night, the Vipers have matched that in just 16 minutes of play this evening.
Batenburg, Bailey, and Monesi out for the face-off. Seems the trend is they're going to go out after the goal. 13 shots to 10 in favor of the Vipers. 2 Goose in Breckenridge. Icing called. And they're going to come down in front of Bailey to take a face-off. Face-off. One back, but back too far. Schwab deletes a man off the puck.
Just absolutely put him horizontal.
Just deleted him. Schwab controls the puck, trying to work it through neutral ice, finds Batenburg. Batenburg avoids a hit and sends it across over to Bailey, or Wilson. Monesi plays one off his chest and loses it.
Yeah, could not quite handle that. Vipers take possession at center ice. Dumped into the back corner. Fresh legs come in. Pass up the walls to no one, and that will be whistle for icing.
Vipers getting another offensive zone chance here off a face-off. Playing well, skating well. I think this is how we expected them to play last night, and unfortunately it took nearly 2 periods for offense to wake up a bit. Shot goes in from Gallo, and he gets hit pretty hard right after it goes in. Pederson controls one to neutral ice and tries to skate it in, takes a massive hit. And there's going to be a big fight. Wilson's upset, and he's going after their big guy. Here we go. Wilson squaring up the man. They're talking about it. Wilson keeps his helmet on.
Yeah, Wilson giving up a bit of reach here, and probably about 30 pounds.
They scrap, they're tangling. He gets the jersey off. That's not good. There's nothing to grab onto now. And Wilson might have eaten a right there. Eats another right. Big man lands one on him. Crowd cheers. And yeah, the big man loses the jersey, which really does not help Wilson. He's already given up probably 40 pounds to that guy. And that was Sherlock for the Mountaineers. Not sure what instigated it, but it might have been a hit elsewhere on the ice. And they both, it was very consensual. They both decided they were going to go after it.
Yeah, that ended about kind of what you probably would have expected it to end like, because quite a bit of size disadvantage there, and reach and weight, and you know, Wilson just couldn't really get in there to try to land any kind of swing, and ended up taking a pretty good right hook there.
Yeah, I think he took a couple. After Sherlock ditched that jersey, you lose, you know, the opportunity to grab onto him and control his fist arm. Make it hard for him to land anything, but good on Wilson, good on the Vipers. A little excitement here. Hasn't been a fight. There was one maybe 4 games ago against Denver.
Yeah, this McCall team getting frustrated. Night is not starting out how they had hoped after they were able to win on the Vipers' home ice last night.
Engelbert plays one around, and McCall holds it in, looking for a centering pass that does not land, and Bailey skates it out.
Dumps it off to Mines. Mines' pass is intercepted. Puck fought 4-1 at center ice, poked down to the deep corner of the Mountaineers. Mountaineers will push it around the backside. They've cleared the zone and up across center ice.
One goes into the belly of Engelbert, and the Mountaineer skates into him right as it happens. I think he just loses a little control, but Scanlon's gonna make him eat a mitt for running into the keeper.
Yeah, we're still here in the first period, and things are getting pretty exciting. A little bit chippy on both sides.
And they're gonna send the Mountaineer player to the sin bin for running into the goalie. Don't have a number on him.
That's
oh yeah, Mr. Bender is going to spend 2 minutes right here underneath us.
Let's see if the Vipers can take advantage and make this a 3-score game. 1:38 remains in this period.
Monesi having some words with Asenio. Things are getting a little talkative. There wasn't this much talking last night. It was a little friendlier, and top line goes out. Kicks one back to Mines, over to Scanlon. Scanlon catches Monesi in the middle, and
deflection nearly goes in.
Stick gets in the way of Monesi's shot.
Vipers regroup, staying in the zone.
Batenburg skates past the guy and throws one into the pad. Bailey recovers it in the corner and sends it back out to Mines at the point. Mines playing the right point tonight. Fakes a slapper over to Bailey. Bailey's centering pass gets a skate, but they hold the zone.
Mines with a deep slap shot gets deflected twice, but cannot get put on goal. Mines again. Dumps it over to Scanlon. Scanlon shot straight into the stomach of the keeper.
53 seconds left in the period. This power play, if not connected on, will carry over into the second. Noble out with Bernstein and Ivory. Schwab and Gallo try and hold the points in the blue line.
Noble set to take the face-off. Won by the Vipers, but not able to be possessed, and that gets cleared. Engelberg comes out, dumps it off to his teammate. Vipers behind their own net, setting up the offense.
Schwab stretches it up to Ivory, and it's cut off by the Mountaineers. Ivory taking a wrist shot from the top of the circle, and it finds the glove of Bailey.
So 30 seconds in the period, 52 seconds remaining on the power play.
Elmore trying to get it back to the point, not having any luck, but that might be a boarding call on Bailey. He's going to get some extracurricular after it because maybe he knows he's going to come spend some time over here in the penalty box. As a Mountaineer skater goes down, he pastes him into the boards at the point.
Yeah, easy call to make there. That player was in a completely defenseless position, and that's going to get called every time.
Both power plays tonight have ended up turning into 4-on-4s for the middle portion of it. 23 seconds left in the period, which means 4-on-4 hockey until, 20 seconds into the second. Mountaineers control and work it up top to the blue line. They skate it into the point, and block shot by Schwab. Mountaineers mishandle a pass, but send it in and almost get a tip.
And that should bring us to the end of the period. And the horn blows. Vipers up 2-0. You are listening to KSMT The Mountain. We want to shout out Mountain Top Photography, Vale Summit Orthopedics, the Ramada Inn by Wyndham in Frisco, and Age Well Skincare in Breckenridge. Thank you for everything you do for the Vipers. We will be back in about 20 minutes with second period action. Vipers up 2-0.
Thanks. I can't do both of these. I keep forgetting. He asked me to move the cameras, so I used the mouse.
All right, we are back here with Vipers hockey getting ready to start the second period. Both teams short-handed. Mountaineers will have the benefit of a power play after 22 more seconds.
Face-off controlled by the Mountaineers. They play catch in their zone. Try and work it up into their offensive setup, and it's picked off by Mines, flipped in. It's covered up by Bailey.
Yeah, good idea on that pass there. Just a little bit too tough to handle coming off the bounce. Monesi there was open in space, but just couldn't gather that on the way down.
Yeah, just out of his reach, or he would have had an opportunity with just the goalie in front of him. One back to Gallo. Gallo tries to send it in. It's blocked immediately, and it's cleared by the Mountaineers. Man comes out of the box and almost picks it off. It's going to get covered up by Engelbert. Face-off coming down to the Viper zone. McCall now on there. 1 minute and 9 seconds of power play.
So Monesi set to take the face-off.
They're going to cancel out the McCall face-off and bring in another guy, switch it up. He leaned in a little early.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers.
They control and work the perimeter back up to the point here. Down below. Looking for a lane in the crease, and the Vipers are cutting them off. Bailey kicks one away, and it's back out to the point. McCall sends one off the pad of Engelbert. It gets deflected out to the point. They send one in high down into the corner. Mountaineers hold the line. Down to the dot, it's mishandled, and Mines cancels out a man in the corner.
Yeah, just bodied him out of position there. Good job by the Vipers of clogging up the middle here, not letting any passes through the crease. Slap shot misses wide left from the right circle.
McCall works it around, point to point. They send it back in on the outside of the dot, down into the corner. One-timer from the top of the circle, doesn't connect, and a point-blank shot or two. Engelbert.
And a great job by Engelbert there, shutting off any angle. They had a great look on the rebound chance there, and Engelbert stayed exactly where he needed to be to make sure that there was no chance they could score there.
Back to 5-on-5 hockey, and Bailey plants somebody up against the wall over here. Bailey tries to connect in the zone, and McCall picks it off. Almost a good look for the Vipers. McCall skating in with speed, and it's going to have to get covered up by Engelbert.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Engelbert to go out and get that one. They were trying to pass it back to the center from just behind the goal. A couple of streaking Mountaineers there looking to take a shot. Engelbert did a good job covering some ground to get out and get on top of that puck. Face-off coming up.
Yep, Bender gets back up after losing an edge and slamming into the boards behind Engelbert, and he's hanging in tough. Vipers trying to clear the zone, and it's held in. Bender down below trying to hold it in, and Scanlon takes control, finds a pass cut off and neutral ice, looking for Elmore. Bender skates it up into neutral ice, and the McCall Mountaineers are looking for offense, and something nearly goes through the crease. And gets
wraparound look there. Good job by Engelbert to make sure nothing goes in. Vipers with possession.
Bailey.
Pass, but just couldn't quite connect with Mitch Bailey.
Bailey with a fancy move entering the zone and nearly gets a goal off of it. Netminder comes out and plays it in front of Batenburg, clears. McCall works it back in. Schwab cancels it.
Vipers take possession. Skated out to center ice. McCall's able to poke check that away. Vipers gather.
Bernstein settling it down. Schwab looking for Batenburg. And Ivory picks it off and gets it into the zone, but immediately shut down. Cottrell throwing a hit. Mountaineers drop pass, hits shoulder of Engelbert. It's deflected into the corner.
Yeah, Schwab laying out there, putting his body in front of that, making sure there was no angle for that shot to go in.
The puck trickles out of the point past the blue line, and the Mountaineers trying to re-enter, but Cottrell quickly clears it. Batenburg mishandles one, but he's going to get a change. And a good stick by either Cottrell or Gallo there.
Yeah, Mountaineers with a good pass shot combo there, but Vipers able to get a stick in between that and deflect that shot.
No call for icing, and McCall is going to skate it through neutral ice quickly and get a 3-on-3. It goes down into the corner behind the net now.
Yeah, Cordero with some impressive fluidity there. He just took that coast to coast and smooth skater.
Mountaineers holding the zone, and it is chipped out by Snyder. They re-enter quickly. Poke check by Gallo. Gallo trying to get on offense. Intensity seems to be heating up after a brawl between Sherlock and Wilson. I think those two are about back on the bench now after their 5-minute majors. Bailey works a pass up to Monesi. Monesi trying to control it off the skate and puts it in the zone. Batenburg trying to hold it in and can't. Batenburg gets the puck back and works it in. Looking for Monesi in front of the net, and it trickles behind. No shot on goal, and McCall is countering.
Good defense there by Scanlon to take that away, but it ends up going straight back to the Mountaineers. Wrist shot is off a skate and bounces out to center ice, where the Mountaineers take possession.
McCall forced to tag up, but they re-enter. Batenburg sticks one away.
That's Batenburg just pinning a man against the wall. Vipers come out with possession. Pass picked off in the air. Stays with the Vipers.
Bailey with a saucer up to Monesi, and Monesi tries to backhand one in. Both teams making a mess of neutral ice. Offsides on the Mountaineers.
That is going to be offsides. They did not get back. So we'll have a face-off coming. We are just over 6.5 minutes into this second period. 2-0 still the score, with the Vipers getting 2 goals in that first period.
Mountaineers, as of late, last few minutes, out shooting the Vipers in the game. They're getting more looks, especially on that power play, and once they got back to 5-on-5, they've turned up their intensity and seem to be skating a little better over the last couple minutes, controlling the puck and entering the zone. Again, Mines chases to the corner. Mines works it around Engelbert. Off the boards, trying to find Mitch Bailey, but Mines is going to take it in himself and clap one from the middle of the blue line.
Squared it up, but missed just wide right.
McCall re-enters the zone, and a streaking player beats Engelbert on the stick side.
Yeah,
really good pass, really good skate, and finds a small window over there on the left side, or right side of Engelbert.
Yeah, Botiger, little saucer pass that he caught right as it was coming down to the ice. Beautiful first touch there. And then a tough angle to get it past Engelbert on the near post, but able to sneak one in.
Yeah, Mountaineers, ever since the power plays were ended, seem to be skating harder and entering the zone with ease and controlling the puck a little more than the Vipers.
Yeah, they've looked like the better team so far this period.
We're going to have another fight. It's going to be Noble and McKernan. They're going to square off. Noble getting the first right hand over, but it doesn't quite land. Noble sticks him good and then grabs him down. They shake hands, give each other a hug, and giving the fans what they want. They're both going to spend some time in the box. And what a night, a couple of fights, close game. Two teams that are pretty evenly matched going after it.
Yeah, and that was fun to see them skating off, just cracking up, gave each other a hug. You can tell there's some history with some of these players on both teams. They probably grew up playing together or played on teams together, you know, as adults, but there's definitely some guys that know each other out there.
Yeah, it looked like Cottrell before the game had a couple acquaintances on the other team. Vipers trying to work it out of their zone, and they do. Bernstein trying to skate it ahead, and it trickles out past the blue line. Schwab trying to re-enter. Schwab takes it in, looking for Ivory, and just takes a shot himself and buries it into the belly of Bailey, the netminder.
Yep, wrist shot from the left circle there, straight into the stomach of the keeper.
12:31 left in this period. I'd like to thank Mountaintop Photography, KSMT, the Mountain radio station, which you can hear us on right now, and Vail Summit Orthopedics. Face off down in front of Bailey. Vipers trying to get some offense going. One trickles into the slot and nothing gets connected on. Fourth line out for the Vipers. Bailey joining him. Wide angle shot goes wide. Scanlon comes in and fires one in.
Gets deflected but misses wide left.
Skate gets blown and a stick gets thrown away by Bailey, and McCall entering with some speed. 3-on-3. And a shot beats Engelbert on the right pad from the top of the circle. And they have squared this thing up here. The McCall Mountaineers, after looking like things were going to trend in the Vipers' direction for a while, Mountaineers have come back to tie it with 12 minutes left in the second frame, 2-all.
Yeah, just like that, the Vipers' 2-goal lead is erased. McCall right back in this game.
Top line out, Bailey, Batenburg, and Monesi. Gallo and Mines joining them. And Monesi controls it up to Batenburg. Batenburg works it into the slot to Bailey, and it's broken up. Gallo throws it in behind, and Bailey backhands one to the crease. Doesn't find anybody, and McCall clears. Gallo with a poke check, but it goes right to a Mountaineer, and a good shot on goal. Engelbert using that right pad to deflect it. Another shot misses really wide, and a saucer misses Monesi from Bailey. Mountaineers take it back in momentarily. Gallo over to Mines. Mines flipping it forward, finds Batenburg. Batenburg pokes it in, and Batenburg is chasing. Wilson backhands one over to Schwab as the D pair tries to work something into their offense. Bailey skates it in, and Wilson's going to carry it in deep.
Poked away by the Mountaineers, but the Vipers remain in possession.
Monesi's pass trickles over Bailey's stick, and the Mountaineers nearly got a breakaway, but it's canceled out by Schwab and Wilson.
Pass off a couple of skates there. Vipers come away with it. Taking over at center ice is Elmore. Dumps it off to Cody Wilson. Wilson waiting for his teammates to get past the zone. Vipers dump it down to the corner.
Played by Netminder. Netminder gives it away nearly, and McCall will recontrol. Elmore and Pederson on the forecheck. Wilson controls it in neutral ice and takes it back in himself. Takes a shot from the bottom of the circle, and he's going to take control again from the other corner. Dumps it down in to Bailey. Bailey works it over to Elmore. Back to Bailey.
Great
High
passing
shot.
there by the Vipers.
I think that might have caught the mask of the netminder for the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers turn around with momentum. Shots wide left. It clears the zone. Vipers take possession.
Elmore a backhand, and it's going to be called offsides. The backhand doesn't quite connect to Bailey, and Elmore skates in a little early after passing it off. Things are getting a little chippy again. That is Sherlock and Bailey having words. That's Mitch. Mitch potentially looking to throw hands tonight with Sherlock.
Yeah, 2 fights already tonight. Let's see if we can get a couple more here before the end of the evening.
Moore out with Cruzy and Schneider. It's one back to Cottrell, and Cottrell sends it over to Scanlon. Bernstein fires one into the corner, and Ivory sends it to the slot, but it's picked off. Mountaineers have a 3-on-2.
Wrist shot barely misses wide right. Vipers with the head of steam.
Ivory tries to work it in, and it's taken back over by the Mountaineers.
And a very, very impressive goal there by Bender. Intercepts the pass, has a one-on-one, stays outside of his defenseman, able to get a shot off at the last second, and is able to put that just past Engelberg. And just like that, what was a 2-0 lead for the Vipers has turned into a 1-goal deficit.
Yeah, about must have been 3.5, 4 minutes ago. We had a 2-0 lead here at the Steve. The Mountaineers get to Engelbert 3 times. Bender has been one of their better players. I believe he had a goal last night.
Yeah, not a big guy, but he's a good skater and pretty good stick handler as well, and showed some finesse on that finish right there.
Yeah, he just outskated a guy, and Mines taking it himself. Works it back out to the blue line to Gallo, and Gallo fires one in high. It finds the chest of Bailey, the netminder for the Mountaineers. 8:36 remaining. McCall with the last 4 minutes, winning the game 3-0, which puts them ahead 1 tick. They control the face-off in their own zone and send it out. Vipers try and cancel it, and they're going to call offsides after the puck gets kicked out of the zone and then goes back in.
8:25 remaining here in the second period. It's been a good back and forth game. Vipers dominated the first period, and so far in this second period, it has been all Mountaineers.
Vipers going out with their top line. Batenburg wins it over to Wilson. Wilson carrying it in, and it quickly gets picked up by McCall. McCall works it around the boards. Sherlock trying to go backwards, but it does get out of the zone. Sherlock trying to skate in. He wants a call, and
Monesi comes away with it, skating across center ice.
Monesi. Vipers hold the line. Wilson and Monesi miscommunicate, almost run into each other.
There is a delayed penalty here. Monesi is going to get called for hooking there. Big hit into the boards. But that is going to go against the Vipers. They will be playing a man down for the next 2 minutes.
There's Noble and McKiernan giving each other a dab after spending 5 minutes in the sin bin. They're going to congratulate each other and head off to their benches. 2-minute power play coming up for McCall after Elmore gets called for the hooking. Or was it Monesi or Elmore?
I believe that was Monesi.
Monesi taking a seat. And McCall with quite the momentum, and a clapper from the point is fanned on. But they do hold the zone and work it around the perimeter. They're at the blue line and dump it down to the top of the circle. And Man skates in and gets 2 opportunities that meet the pad of Engelbert. Vipers clear.
Good job there by Engelbert staying home. A couple of rebound opportunities that are pretty high percentage shots, and he did a good job keeping multiple opportunities out of the net.
Elmore getting forechecking duty, and McCall re-enters. Taking their time, trying to send one across, and Bailey, Mitch, picks it off. Elmore gonna carry. He dumps it in. It's played by Bailey, the netminder. And Mitch Bailey gets it in the corner, and he's gonna hold it and kill some time. While taking a shot on goal, that was going for top shelf, and it is
nice
blockered away.
Cycle wrist shot there. Put it on goal, but Bailey, the keeper for his Mountaineers, doing a good job of deflecting that. Snapshot misses high right for the Mountaineers.
Vipers
clear.
Vipers are doing a good job of killing this one. 40 seconds left. McCall getting one good look. Ivory taking the puck away and sending it in, and Bailey's going to have to play it out to his McCall teammates. McCall enters. Scanlon and Schwab trying to eliminate that cross ice pass, and Sherlock will control it at the point. McCall working it around, playing catch. Ivory at the point. Scanlon down in front of Engelbert. It flips up into the air, and no one knows where it is for a moment. Engelbert cannot cover it up, but Ivory's able to clear it.
So, they have killed the power play, back to full strength.
Really good kill there for the Vipers. They need some energy and enthusiasm to come back to their bench after giving up 3 in a row in a very short period. Schwab getting into it in the corner, and Bernstein comes to take the puck away. A wide angle shot. Engelbert making a save, and one almost finds 5-hole. Mines sends it back behind, and Schwab sends it right back towards him. It's held in at the point by McCall, and they're going to dump it in deep. Vipers having a tough time since they got back on 5-5 to clear the zone, but they do now. And Mines will send it in way deep. Bailey lays it back out to one of his Mountaineer teammates.
So Scanlon will take possession of this as Mountaineers just dump it and get a change to have some fresh legs. Pass intercepted by Scanlon, and that is going to be offsides against the Vipers. So 4.5 minutes left here in the second period. Vipers' 2-goal lead is now down to a 1-goal, or it is now a 1-goal deficit.
The score of last night's game is what we have tonight. It ended 3-2 McCall, and that is the score we have now. Vipers just have an extra 26 minutes to chase it. Cottrell trying to work it out of neutral ice. The Mountaineers skated in with a clapper from the point. It goes all the way around to Bailey. Bailey looking for one of his line mates to find, but he takes it in himself instead. Works it around the net. Backhands one that nearly finds Monesi's stick. And McCall is off the other direction. Cottrell taking a forearm after trying to cancel the point. He goes down, but he's back up.
Oh, backhanded attempt near the crease there, misses wide right for the Mountaineers. They dump it behind the net. Vipers will take over. 3 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the period.
Bailey out skating a guy, and he gets grabbed. Grabbed by the back of the jersey, but Wilson's able to carry it through. Wilson skating it into the corner, but hitting the brakes and going back to buy some time. Mitch Bailey can't hold it in, and we have a 2-on-1.
Here's Bender, who's been electric. Bender's wrist shot into the chest of Engelbert.
Schwab sends it out to Pederson. Pederson trying to skate it in, and McCall's going the other way. They have a 2-on-2. One nearly beats.
And that got past the past the leg blockers, but wedged it between his legs. That was very close to being a 5-hole.
Yeah, Engelbert closing those knees up quickly, and that one was going right for the 5-hole. Vipers trying to get it out of their zone. They've been spending a lot of time over here the last few minutes. Bailey, Mitch, working it into the zone, drops it to Pederson. Pederson skates over it, and Elmore does too.
Big hit by Tommy Mines, but Mountaineers are able to clear it.
Mountaineers have to wait, tag up, and they're going to skate a couple circles before they're ready to enter. No one there at the point, and Pederson's going to skate one in, get tripped up, and there's going to be a penalty.
And the referee having some words with Sherlock there. As Sherlock ripped a slap shot down the boards in frustration. Nearly smoked the ref with it.
Yeah, Sherlock didn't like the call and smashes one past the referee around the boards. He's going to spend a couple minutes over here. Oh, not Sherlock. It's going to be his teammate there, McKiernan, who's already spent 5 minutes over here for the fight with Noble. He's called for tripping. 31 shots on goal for McCall, or 22 for the Vipers. In the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds of the second period, 2 of them are going to be spent on the power play. Vipers, a man down. They're starting off in the McCall zone for the faceoff.
Yeah, good chance to tie this one up here. Vipers really kind of giving up all the momentum. Good passes. Shot straight off the chest of the keeper there by Monesi.
Vipers on the advantage, working it around. Blue point to Wilson, and Wilson gets poke checked off of it. Bailey recovers it and gets it to Schwab. Schwab trying to re-enter the zone, gets it up to Batenburg. Batenburg over to Elmore. Elmore with a nice backhand move, but it's canceled by Bailey and it's cleared. Engelbert comes out to play it.
Minute 25 left in the power play.
Schwab and the Vipers looking for a way to enter the zone. It's sent up to Batenburg at the midline, and Batenburg enters clean, drops it back to Wilson. Wilson trying to hold the point, and Bailey bails him out.
Nifty skating here by Bailey. Good pass. Shot from point blank from Batenburg, not able to go in.
Batenburg had a second to think about it. Out to Scanlon, and Scanlon sends one in and finds the net.
And that was a great job by Monesi, setting up a little bit of like a screen there. Doing a great job of kind of getting his body in between his teammate and the goalkeeper, making sure the goalie wasn't able to see that cleanly. And that wrist shot beats the keeper on the stick side. Great look by the Vipers. That ties it all up at 3s.
Yeah, fantastic job on the screen. Bailey had no idea where that puck was coming from, and Scanlon has a seeing eye wrister from the top of the circle as he skates in unchallenged. We have a 3-3 game with 1:16 left in the second period of this contest. Second game here in Breckenridge, the 4th of the series for the season. McCall up 1-2 in the series. Vipers trying to square things up on the series. Gallo skating nice and skates it in. Nearly gets a centering pass off, but he blows a tire. Bernstein trying to keep McCall from entering cleanly. McCall with 50 seconds left tries to make some noise of themselves. They send one in and almost get a tip in the crease. Skated out quickly by Mines. Mines tries to get it up to Noble. He finds the puck again and sends it down underneath.
So 35 seconds remain. Tie game at 3s. Vipers take possession in their own zone. Skating across center ice.
Schwab, good skating, and he takes it down real deep. We don't see him do that very often. Centering pass doesn't find anybody in the slot. And about 15 seconds left, and McCall's on the run, a one-on-one with Wilson. Wilson gets in the way enough to make an easy save for Engelbert, who swallows one up. There'll be 9 seconds left for the Mountaineers to try and win a face-off and send one in.
So just under 10 seconds remains, all squared at threes.
They do control the face-off and send one in, but Elmore gets in the way of that.
That'll bring us to the end of the period as the Vipers clear that.
Icing could be called with a few tenths of a second left, and they're going to let it go and clear the benches for the third period. And we're on KSMT, the radio. You can find us on YouTube. Thank you to Mountaintop Photography and Vail Summit Orthopedics.
The Ramada Inn by Wyndham in Frisco and Age Well Skincare in Breckenridge. Thank you for everything you do for the Vipers. We'll be back in about 20 minutes with the final period of action here from the Steve. get it to Bailey, but that pass is intercepted. Slap shot is knocked away off of Inglebert's stick. It's up in the netting, so high change. So 16-10 remaining in this game. Vipers up 4-3.
Mitch Bailey out for the face-off on Inglebert's glove side. It's one and immediately flies into Engelbert. He has to make a save off of the face-off.
So
What?
that goes up into the net, and there is a Vipers player down.
That's Mitch Bailey.
Bailey's been getting roughed up these shifts.
Mitch Bailey having a good game. He's been skating really well tonight. He's looking good on his edges. He's avoiding contact and skating around McCall players when necessary. One back by the Vipers. Cottrell controls behind the net, sends it around the boards. Vipers send it back to Cottrell behind, and he gets some space to carry it forward. Pass up to Bailey and Elmore. Elmore trying to control it behind the netminder. Taking his time, nobody pressing him. A cross pass nearly hits.
Good job selling out, giving the body up to block that shot there. The defenseman Cordero for the Mountaineers just took that shot to the chest, knowing that he needed to shut that angle down.
Scant.
With a great chance here, another one-on-one, misses right up out of the air. It's missed by Elmore.
Ivory taking the puck back. It works over to Mind and back to Gallo. Gallo sending it off the boards to Ivory. Ivory's got space. Ivory gets poke checked.
Yeah, gets a little deflected there trying to get that wrist shot. Vipers lose possession.
Intensity seemingly picking up here. Both teams skating really hard. And Bernstein controls one in his zone and flips it forward. Caught by the hand of Snyder. Snyder sends it across to nobody. And you can tell the energy in the arena has picked up this period. The fans, the benches, the skating, and the physicality. McCall enters, and they try and hold it in. Send one in on Engelbert. Good look for McCall.
Wrist shot goes into his chest. Rebound opportunity. Not able to be put on goal. Cody Wilson skating like a bat out of hell trying to go coast to coast here. Mountaineers are able to clear it across center ice. They move into the Viper zone. But that is possessed and cleared by Schwab.
Both teams going all out on these shifts. They seem to be going much harder and getting faster changes. This is a 200-foot game that's been played back and forth. No one seeming to hold the zone very long, and an icing on the Mountaineers.
So we're down to 13:38 remaining in the game. Vipers had a 2-goal lead. Turned into a 1-goal lead. They fought back to tie it up with threes, and they've now taken the lead back 4-3.
Batenburg out to take the face off, and he controls it back to Bailey. Bailey sends it into the slot, and it's being kicked around, and it clears. McCall is racing down. Nearly an incredible assist on a diving play.
Yeah, and then a one-timer out of the air, but not able to put it on net.
That would have been something if that connected for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, we may have been seeing that on SportsCenter later tonight.
Bailey holds it in at the point, trying to work it down into the corner. Battenberg cleaning it up and sending it across. Finds Monesi, and it just bounces off his stick as he's on the right side of the crease.
Couldn't quite catch that pass to get a shot off. That was a great look. And putting the streaking Monesi there. He was just ready in the perfect place for that cross, but not able to get a shot off. Monesi skates around. That shot off the blocker of Bailey.
Yeah, Monesi skating through some traffic there. Gets his way into the slot and gets a look. Monesi carrying it back in. Tries to backhand one in, and he's taken off the puck. Mines goes back to take possession and work it around Engelbert. He controls and sends it.
Careless pass.
There's no one in black and red over there. Gallo goes back to the corner. Vipers still trying to exit, and they do.
Gallo skates across center ice. Not in their territory, but that is poke checked away.
Pederson on the forecheck, and it gets cleared by the Mountaineers. Wilson picks it up quickly, works it over to Schwab. Schwab sends it into neutral ice after taking a hit. And Wilson gathers it again. Wilson skating quickly up the boards. Good footwork, but not enough.
Bender with the wrist shot that is deflected off of Viper's stick and up into the netting. So 11-13 remaining in the game. Viper's still holding on to a 1-goal lead.
42 shots on goal for the guests, 27 for the home team. But a 1-goal lead for the Vipers here in Breckenridge in the fourth game of a 4-game series with the McCall Mountaineers. Vipers trying to even it up and get 2 points. It's flipped out of the zone, and McCall controls in neutral ice.
Down to 11 minutes remaining in this one. Vipers fighting in the corner, trying to get possession of the puck. McCall has it. High wrist shot off the chest of Leader. Loose puck behind the net. Noble skates away with it.
Bernstein works it up to Ivory, and Ivory's chasing it in. Works it behind and skates it back out to the top of the circle, looking for a backhand to hit Cottrell, and it doesn't land. Ivory goes and picks it back up. Looking for an entry lane and just does a dump and chase.
Snyder there chasing it, but not really much of a chase. So Mountaineers with possession, they will clear the zone. Clear to that center ice. That is taken away by Ivory.
Scanlon works it up, and more.
Right off the leg of the defenseman, and Mountaineers take the puck, clear the zone. Skating behind the net, looking for an outlet. Has a man up at the point. Back behind the Vipers net.
There's a massive humanity in front of Engelbert, and he covers it up. Seemed like all 10 skaters were somewhere there in the slot and the crease, and the Vipers able to cover up.
Yeah, good job there by Engelbert, not hesitating to just dive on top of that puck, make sure that it wasn't going to get knocked around for some rebound opportunities.
This period has had the feel of a 4-on-4 game, like there's been some extra space the way it's gone back and forth so quickly over and over. Batenburg works it in with Monesi.
Snapshot misses wide right.
Bailey sends it around the boards, and Monesi there to stop it from clearing. Gallo holds it in, wrist shot down below, and Batenburg there to collect.
Great pass by Battenberg. One time, a good look for the Vipers. Unfortunately, not able to put that in. So Gallo will collect the puck and set up the offense.
Good pass, hits Bailey right in the stick, but there are too many Mountaineers there waiting. Mountaineers right in, and a pretty good look. Mountaineers go point to point across the ice, and it doesn't land, and it's cleared by the Vipers. Battenberg working it in. Offsides on Pederson.
Call out on Pederson. That's unfortunate. Battenberg with a great position there. They were going to have a 2-on-1. And unfortunately, a little mental error there by Pederson. Kind of
Yep.
a little too excited on that play.
Pederson's got a hold up. He had one of those last night where he got out in front of a play a little too much. Just needs to hold his britches and slow down his skates a bit. Sherlock works it into neutral ice. skated in by McCall. It's worked in deep, and Wilson sends it to the corner. Bailey backhanding one off the boards to find Pederson.
He's got one man to beat. He loses the puck momentarily. Skates back to it, gets into the wall. Just takes possession, but it's still checked out through his own.
Schwab sends it back in. Vipers will tag up, and McCall will try and exit. Schwab skating well tonight. Takes a hit. A 2-on-1. Engelbert snatches one out of the air.
That was a wrist shot rocket from about 12 feet away. Engelbert just cool as a cucumber there. Never a doubt.
Makes it look easier, like a catcher framing an outside corner there. Face off to Engelbert's left. It'll be Noble taking the duty. And he wins it back to the corner. Scanlon clears, and Noble skates it forward. Noble looking for somebody in black.
Oh, great opportunity there. The pass came into Ivory. Ivory just barely get a stick on it. Another opportunity on the rebound for the Vipers. There's a stick on the ground.
Yeah, Ivory trying to give it back and nearly connects with Noble in the crease. Mountaineers work it down into Vipers territory. And they play catch at the point. Working the perimeter, and they send one in. It's blocked by Bernstein. Noble snatches one out of the air with his mitt. Puts a man down at the point.
Great opportunity for the Mountaineers to fight right. Engelbert was in a tough place trying to play defense on that crossing pass.
Yeah, there was a Mountaineer right there on the left edge of the crease waiting, and it misses his stick.
Ivory jumps to the time the Mountaineers goal, and the Vipers will get an entire line change here. Big hit on the board.
That's Moore laying a hit, and Tommy Mines controlling it back to Gallo. Gallo sends it up forward. And the Mountaineers send it back in. Stick.
Mines kicks the stick and Bender out.
Six minutes left in this contest as the Mountaineers try and set up some offense. They send it in around the boards and try and hold it at the point, and Sherlock does. Gallo trying to win a battle down underneath. And it's worked back out to Sherlock. Sherlock scanning.
Deflected shot misses high and left. The Mountaineers still in possession. Bender with the puck in the right corner. Dumps it behind the hood. Try to work it up to the building. Picked off by the Vipers player. Immediately given back to the Mountaineers, but it does clean the top. Bender with the puck moving into Vipers territory. This shot off the leg of Gallo.
Another shot misses, and Monesi carries it forward, hits Bailey. Bailey trying to give it back, and he's put up against the wall. Wilson trying to clear the zone, and the Vipers send it up into neutral ice, but there's no one really there to collect. Top line out for the Vipers, just under 5 minutes left. Wilson taking a hit just at the blue line there. Bailey hits Batenburg. Batenburg trying to take his time, looking for some help. It trickles through the crease. Monesi looking for a call but doesn't get it. Oh, and Bailey nearly skates it right through the crease.
Bailey showing some impressive stick handling there. Unfortunately, just not able to get a shot off at the last second. Mountaineers wrist shot low straight into Engelbert's stick.
Mountaineers working underneath. A wraparound attempt hits the pad of Engelbert. It's cleared, and that could end up being an icing.
under 4 minutes remain.
Viper's gonna have to keep this line out there. They've been out there a little while.
What a night for Engelbert. 47 shots. Mountaineers, this is almost a mirror image of last night. One team dominated the shots on goal category, but just couldn't score. Kind of the same frustration that the Vipers were dealing with last night. Heck of a job tonight by Engelbert to keep them out of the net as many times as he has.
Yeah, 44 saves for Engelbert. Bailey dumps it, and it goes into the skates of Bailey, the netminder. Monesi, a pass. Bailey at the bottom of the slot there trying to connect, and he's had 2 very good opportunities on this shift. Bailey sends it around to the other Bailey, Mitch. Mitch clears the zone. A lot of snow up there against the Vipers bench, slowing the puck down. McCall enters. Good pass and great save. And the Vipers want to race down and cancel out an icing. Elmore gets down there and Pederson takes a hit. Yeah, he just leaves the backhand 5-hole after out-skating the Vipers down the ice on his own. He didn't need any help and might give the helper to the netminder Bailey, who just dealt it off to him. Whistle blows play dead. 2.5 minutes left, and will be an offensive zone face-off for Ivory Mines, Noble, Bernstein, and Gallo.
So all squared up at 4s. This has been a heck of a back and forth tonight.
Noble and Bender taking the face-off. Noble wins it back to Gallo. Gallo controls and sends it into the belly of Bailey. Holds the point, sends it back in. Holds the point again. Pass to Noble. Noble gets it to Mines. Mines sends it back down into the corner. Gallo trying to hold the point once again, and Noble goes over to help, and McCall clears.
Mines ends up with the puck. Vipers back into Mountaineer territory, and that wrist shot is going to be swallowed up by Bailey. Just under 2 minutes remain in the game here.
Good play by Bernstein by just forcing the netminder to swallow one up so they can get a change and get a face-off in the offensive zone.
So Vipers looking for their first win in a while. This would be a big one. After losing a heartbreaker by 1 last night.
Turnover.
Batenburg with a steal. The wrist shot is blocked by Bailey. The rebound is put in. The Vipers go back in front 5-4 with 1:46 remaining.
Yeah, Batenburg getting the puck, putting a shot on goal, and Monesi with the backhand in the 5-hole. Great play by that top line. Coming in when it matters, putting a goal in the net when it matters to go up a tick with 1:46 left in the game.
And that is just such an important play. We have seen so many goals scored this season on those rebound putbacks. And a great job by Monesi just being in the right place at the right time, waiting for that.
Good things happen when you stand in the crease. Vipers trying to clear their own zone.
Nearly a good chance. wrist shot goes through the legs of a Vipers defender, but Engelbert was waiting for it and knocked it away harmlessly. Vipers look to clear the zone. Wild pass is picked off by the Mountaineers.
Pederson trying to clear the point, and they can't. A couple mishandles.
Great one-time opportunity straight into the chest of Engelbert. That was Asenio standing about 30 feet in front of the goal. Pass from the corner where he was standing wide open. Takes a good one-timer. Engelbert in the right place, able to swallow that up.
Head coach from McCall is going to take a timeout with 1:14 left to talk about the remainder of the game. They got to square things up and try and get to overtime. I'd like to thank the Ramada Inn by Wyndham. You're invited to sample the world with the Ramada by Wyndham. Here in Frisco, Age Well Skin Care. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care. Welcome to Age Well, an expert in skin care treatments.
Yeah, give them a shout. They'll set you a complimentary consultation meeting.
I'm Tyler Bruce here with Spencer Comfort in Breckenridge, Colorado. We're on KSMT The Mountain, as well as a live YouTube stream you can catch. We'll be here for another couple minutes to see how this one shakes out. Vipers carrying a 1-goal lead, trying to get a first win in a while.
And a week from tonight will be the final home game of the season for the Vipers. So let's see the stadium packed. Let's get the Steve bumping and send these guys off on a high note for their last home game.
That'll be against the dreaded and feared Vale Yeti. The biggest rivalry of the Vipers is next Saturday. Face-off, controlled by McCall in the corner, sent out to the point, and there's an empty net for McCall. 6-on-5 hockey. They work it point to point, send one in.
Long distance slap shot bounces off a skate. Vipers look to clear, but is taken by Bender. Bender's shot hits Batenburg right in the wrist.
McCall controls it again at the point, sends it to the outside of the dot over to the other point.
Down to 45 seconds.
And too many people in the zone there in the crease, and
wrist shot straight into Engelbert's glove. So 42 seconds remain. Vipers holding on to a 1-goal lead. They will bring in a fresh set of legs.
Full change for the Vipers. Wilson, Schwab, Bailey, Elmore, and Pederson come out to defend and hold down the fort for 41 more seconds.
And the face-off is blown dead before they even drop the puck. Puck drop gets knocked back into the corner. Vipers look to clear, but that stays with McCall.
Pederson gets it out of the zone with a hit, and McCall has to tag up.
Bender dumps it off.
Offsides. A little too much stick handling on the blue line, and they get called for it. They'll have to go to neutral ice and re-enter.
So 27.5 seconds remain in this one. Vipers up by 1 after a goal with just under 2 minutes left put them ahead.
That was Batenburg and Monesi with the tally to put the Vipers up 1. Face-off controlled by McCall. They enter quickly and send one into the mitt of Engelbert.
Yep, he saw that the whole way. Easy play for Engelbert. That's going to erase about 6 more seconds off the clock. We're down to 21.5 seconds remaining.
Vipers get another change. They send out Batenburg, Bailey, and Monesi.
So Batenburg set to take the face-off.
Mountaineers pulled their netminder about a minute and a half into this. Monesi at the face-off, puts it back into the corner, and Wilson tries to slap it out. Monesi's just going to bury it up against the boards with his skate and hold it and kill some time.
Bender comes away with it. The Vipers have it. Long shot, misses wide left, but we are down to 5 seconds remaining. Sorry, 6 seconds remaining. That is going to be called icing, but with pinning the puck against the wall, that probably wasted 10 seconds of what was left in this game. A very big-time heads-up IQ play there to just waste as much time as you can.
Yeah, and then a look on the empty net, just misses wide left by 3 or 4 feet.
So Vipers need to expire 6.5 seconds here for this one to go down as their first win in a number of weeks. Face-off is taken by the Vipers. They're going to skate it back to their own corner, and that is the end of the game. 5-4 is your final score. 2 fights, a number of power plays, a heck of a back and forth. Lead changes all night. Vipers lose by 1 last night, bounce back and win by 1 tonight. Big boost having Batenburg back in the lineup as he helped facilitate for this offense. Great all-around game. Vipers will be playing the Vail Yeti in Vail on Friday, and then they will have Vail in town here at the Steve on Saturday next weekend. You've been listening to KSMT The Mountain. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Mountaintop Photography, Vail Summit Orthopedics, the Ramada Inn by Wyndham and Frisco, Age Well Skincare. Thank you guys for all you do for this Vipers team. For Tyler Bruce, I'm Spencer Comfort. We'll be with you next week.